So, before we begin example number 2, there are a couple things I want to show you. There are two types of lines, a horizontal one and a vertical one. What I want you to get out of this summary right here is that if your equation says y equals, like here y equals b, or you could have y equals 2, y equals -8. What I want you to know is that all of these y equals lines are going to be a horizontal line. And remember, these equations do not have an x. It just has a y and a number, no x. And these are going to give you a horizontal line. Vertical lines, on the other hand, says x equals. For example, x equals 2 or x equals -8. These lines are going to give you vertical lines. And here is how I remember it. If y is equal to 2, then your line is only touching the y-axis. So this is a horizontal line. It's a y-equal line. And notice it's touching the y-axis. So to remember that these lines, horizontal lines, when y equals, touches the y-axis only. On the other hand, all the x equals line, all the vertical lines, these touch the x-axis only. If you just remember that, when you see this equation, you would immediately know, oh, y equals 2. There's no x, it's only y. This is a horizontal line and it only touches the y-axis. Or if you see this type of graph and I ask you to write the equation, you have to know that this is y equals because it's only touching the y-axis and it's a horizontal line. So let's check a couple of examples where we graph these. Example number 2, graphing a horizontal line and a vertical line. So problem A says graph y equals -3. Of course, again, you want to label the axis. You want to have the xy grid. So horizontal line is the x-axis, vertical line is a y-axis. And before we graph the line, I'm going to actually make up some points that where y equals -3. For example, just make up random numbers, 0, comma, -3, because y equals -3. Another one would be 1, comma, -3, or 4, comma, -3. Another random one would be -1, comma, -3. All of these have y equals -3. So I randomly just made these points, and now let's plot them. So 0, comma, -3. And you can pause the video to actually plot them on your own and then actually come back again to check them with me. Okay, this is 1, comma, -3, -1, comma, -3 will be down here. And 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, comma, -3. And if you connect these points, or the line that crosses all of these points is a horizontal line. So when the graph has y equals a number, it's always going to be a horizontal line. And again, you have to write its equation. And y equals -3. Let's do part B. Part B, you have x equals 2. So this time you're going to have to make random points with x value 2. You could have 2, comma, -3, or 2, comma, 0, 2, comma, 4. All of these would work. I'm only going to make 3 so far now. So I made random points where x equals 2, because this is always the x value first and then the y value, right? To plot them, I'm going to have to label the axes again. And before I graph, just a tip, instead of having no numbers on these vertical horizontal number lines, I sometimes number them just to help me use them better. So I always know that the middle is an origin, and I'm going to go by 2. So that's 1. So positive 2, label that. This will be 3 and 4 here. Then the next one, skip 2 and it's 6. Same thing, 1, 2. I'm going to label every 2 points, 4, 6. And then the opposite direction will be negative 2, negative 4, negative 6. And then below, downward, would also be negative. So I'm going to have negative 2, negative 4, and so on. Sorry, the numbers are not so clean. So I plot them. I have 2, negative 3, come on, 2, negative 3, 2, 0, that's the point on the x-axis, and 2, 4. I'm just going to plot 3 points, connect them, draw a line, and it's going to be a vertical line. And of course, arrows on the both ends, and label x equals 2. And that's how you graph horizontal lines and the vertical lines. Okay, so that's the end of example 2. Let's move on to example 3 in the next video.